I have seen the musical Dear Evan Hansen. So during my reaction, I will be doing a comparison between the differences and the similarities of the musical and the movie. If that's not something that you want to see, if that might be spoilery for you, you don't want to know the differences or the similarities, this may not be the reaction for you. But with that said, you have been warned.
I didn't really know him. So.
You know, if you ever want to talk about anything, it says Connor on your cast.
Oh, it's in memory, so, like...
When's the last time we did Taco Tuesday?
So the memorial is really just an opportunity for all of us to come together as a community.
I love Alana, and I love that she is playing her because I feel perfect for her.
You're friends with him, right? I saw him sign your cast in the library.
Were you friends with him?
We weren't close. It seemed like he didn't really care what anyone else thought, and I thought that was pretty remarkable. If you wanted to do something.
Oh, sorry, I...
If you change your mind, just text me.
I feel like the depiction of Alana in the musical was a little more book smart and nerdy, and in this, she's a little more anxious and quiet and reserved. It's almost like she's trying to do all these things to cover up the fact that she's kind of like Evan, where she doesn't really have that many friends, and she is really shy, and she doesn't know how to talk to people. So she uses things like this as a way to do that, and it's a little more of a softer approach, and I kind of like it. So in the musical, she forgets about Taco Tuesday, and it broke my freaking heart. He's like, what happened to tacos? And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I feel like that's more impactful, the fact that she forgot.
My dad, he lives in Colorado. So he left when I was 7.
Mine died when I was 1.
I don't remember that happening in the musical
Connor did, though,
either.
a little.
Oh, is that the...
Gluten-free apple pie. It's just what happens when you're rich and you don't have a job. Probably never been rich then.
Yeah, you've probably never been poor.
I loved that
Oh my god, I can't
line.
believe I just said that.
You never noticed anything about me.
It's not true. The way that you smile, it's sort of like you're letting us in on the secret, too. You scribble stars on the cuffs of your jeans. What is all?
Again, vicariously living through Connor.
Never mind, I don't even care.
No. He said so many things. I'm trying to remember the best ones. So. Pretty cool when you put indigo streaks in your hair. But he kept it all inside his head. She's everything to me. But
I love this song. In the musical, they kiss. I kind of like it better, obviously, because he's lying to her face about everything. But again, this is kind of like what I was saying before, where Evan's just really misunderstood. He's vicariously living through all these Connor situations where he wishes that he could tell her that he loves her. He wishes that he could say all of these things that he sees about her and feels about her for the longest time, all these little intimate details of the stars on her jeans. It's really sad. It's just really, really sad that he doesn't have the courage and the faith in himself to be honest and tell her that it's really him.
We asked if they had any soy ice cream, but the guy at the store said there was just no way. So.
Do you see what I have to deal with?
The really sad thing is that it's working. He really is bringing happiness and closure to the family. He's bringing them together.
The Connor Project.
You want to help the Murphys? And all the other people. People like us.
People like us. You're like the president of a million different groups, part of every single activity.
And that's the point. She's covering.
I'm on Lexapro, 10 milligrams. Depression, anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
See, you should
Some
never
days
judge
it's just
someone.
like,
You don't really act like a depressed sort of person.
I'm just
A lot of
good at
people
staying
don't.
anonymous. There are a lot of people who feel like us.
Oh, we're getting Alana's song.
You ever look at all the people who seem to know exactly how to be the anonymous ones? Keep on keeping secrets that they think they have to hide.
I like that. So much more story to her character in this. I love it.
In motion, she's built a wall with her achievements to keep out the question. Anonymous ones pick themselves apart till they start breaking. We wouldn't have to be anonymous anymore. The parts we can't tell, we carry them well, but that doesn't mean they're not heavy.
I love that line.
Go Bobcats!
That doesn't mean they're not heavy.
I freaking love that line. The parts we can't tell, we carry them well, but that doesn't mean they're not heavy. That is a wonderful line. That was a perfect song for her character, and it really helped show truly who her character is. I feel like you didn't really get that until the end of the musical for Alana. Like, you're thinking that she's just like kind of this nosy person that wants to get her hands in everything and, you know, credits for this and do extra classes and, you know, credits for college and groups and president of this. And you don't really get the sense that she feels all of this weight until towards the end of the musical. So I love that they are giving her depth, and that new song was really fun. And not fun, but that new song was really special. I also kind of, at first I was like, I don't like that they're back in the gymnasium. They're reusing a scene. And then I'm like, oh no, it's the actual scene from the first part of the movie. It's that scene. It's showing it from her point of view.
It's a student group dedicated to keeping Connor's memory alive.
Is that outside the fireplace? That is sick.
Oh, he used to write songs, or at least he told us he did. He refused to play for us. He never got invited to a single party. He was such a sweet boy. Underneath it all, everything just hurt too much. I thought that you could wear this to the memorial for your speech.
I'm not speaking.
Why not? Sounds like most people don't know you very well. Didn't know Connor either. He never bothered.
Right. Oh my gosh, just watching him shake is giving me anxiety. Jared's like, wait, what? Oh, this is gonna be a rough one. Okay. Get it together, Jessie. Just get it together.
My best friend, Connor Murphy.
Holy shit.
I would like to tell you about the day that Connor and I went hiking.
Kids would actually do that, but it's like, why would you? He's speaking at a memorial, and this kid's recording? It's just sick. I'm like already getting upset because I know the song's coming.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? I wasn't alone. Nobody is. That's the gift that he gave all of us. I wish we could have given that to him. You will be fine. I don't understand what happened.
You did.
Your voice is heard.
None of us. None of us are alone.
Thank you, Evan Hansen.
Sorry. I love this song. As you can see, I started to cry before I even started singing the freaking song because I knew it was coming. That was really cheesy. I don't like that. I don't like how it was sweet how they had like all the people saying thank you and what it meant to them, but to have it all shoot out and form a picture of Connor, and then that's the picture that his father's looking at, that was kind of weird. It like, I'm not crying anymore. I might by the end of the song, I probably will, but it completely took me out of the song. I don't like that they did that. Oh. Okay, I'm crying again. Because he hasn't cried the whole time.
Broken on the ground.
You've given me my brother back.
The father crying got me.
Connor's favorite place in the entire world was the Autumn Smile Apple Orchard. Raised $100,000 to reopen and redesign Autumn Smile as the Connor Murphy Memorial Orchard. Our Director of Global Communications.
Thanks, Alana. So great. Emails between Evan and Connor. Oh, you're gonna want to grab some tissues.
Stiff as a board, isn't it?
Yeah.
First time I met him, Cynthia wasn't sure how the kids would react. 5 minutes in. Come on, let's go play catch. I bought that 2 years ago. I thought, must feel pretty lucky to have a son like you.
See, now that's interesting too, because in the musical he says, I don't know why I said that. In the musical, he takes it back right away and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that. My dad actually left when I think he said he was really, really young. And that's when we also find out that his dad, obviously it hasn't been shown in the musical, isn't in the picture. And that's when they sing To Break in a Glove. I guess maybe that's why they didn't have him say it in the movie, because they didn't have the song.
Somebody had a video of you doing a speech.
I thought that you broke your arm at work. Okay, well, who do you think drove me to urgent care?
I'm sorry he's gone. I just wish I'd known. I'm proud of you.
I really feel bad for Heidi because she's trying.
It's a cool surprise.
This is a cool surprise.
Scholarship essay contest. I mean, I'd have to win probably like all of them to actually pay for college.
Is your room upstairs? My whole life, everything has been about him. And maybe the two of us, I like you. I don't need you to sell me on reasons to want you. Try to quiet the noises in your head. And what if that's all that we needed to be?
I never thought there'd be someone like you who would want me. That's all that I've wanted for longer than you could possibly know. It's not so impossible.
It'll be
I don't like this.
and what came before won't count anymore. The world falls away.
I don't believe it because I don't feel it because they never showed it to us. The only connection that we really had was him singing her a song about what Connor was thinking and how Connor was feeling about her. We've never once seen any kind of emotional connection between the two of them. Yeah, they almost kissed at the end of that song. Evan's never done anything for her. She's like, maybe like we don't have to talk about my brother. Maybe it could just be us. I get it. But then like show us like them having conversations. It feels weird to me that she would just fall in love with him. I feel like it was a little different in the musical. It came on a little slower. There were more instances where they were kind of all like they showed them having dinner together and you know things like that. There's more of an attachment between the two of them than they're showing in the movie. I feel I don't think it's the chemistry between the actors. I really don't. It just like they're showing us montages of them. Show us some of those things before this song and then I'll believe it.
The world falls away.
All right, let's just start without him.
Are we gonna have our kiss now? Show us this. Show us them coming back from somewhere, laughing and smiling and giggling, and then give us that song, and then I would believe it more. But I don't believe it. It just didn't feel right.
Hi, honey.
Oh,
Come join us. I just put
Hey,
dinner
Ma.
in the oven. Hi. I had no idea that he and Connor were even friends.
What's for dinner?
What's
Bullshit.
chicken is your favorite?
His English teacher last year told me that he wrote one of the best papers she'd ever read on Sulu. Is that right?
It's Sula.
Sulu's a character on Star Trek.
uh-oh.
Heidi, with your blessing, we would like to give Evan the money that we set aside for our son so he can fulfill his dreams.
We do have money, so I'm sorry you were under the impression that we didn't. Can't expect things from strangers.
We're not strangers.
No, of course not.
My gosh, this is uncomfortable. Obviously, they're trying to do something nice. Obviously, they mean well. I feel like if they worded it differently. We heard there's a financial burden. Now, again, she didn't mean it nasty, but she didn't have to say that. She could have just said, oh, we put some money aside for Connor. Clearly, we're not going to use that now. We would love Evan to have it. She didn't have to say the financial burden. Like, we know that it's a financial burden to you. Again, they didn't mean it in a negative way, but she shouldn't have said it like that.
They like me. I know that that's very hard for you to believe, that they don't think I'm, you know, that there's something wrong with me, that I need to be, like, fixed like you do.
When have I ever said that? You're the best thing that's ever happened. Sorry, I can't give you anything more than that.
It's not my fault if other people can.
Oh my God, that's so painful. This is where I knew I was going to get upset. With the delivery of those lines, how they were said, and how this all went down, and not having Good For You. Not having that song Good For You. That's Heidi's redemption. That's her way of getting out all of the emotion that she's been packing in this entire time. She's trying to put on a smiley face and a happy face, and she's working 1,000 hours a day, and she's trying to raise her son by herself, and there's all this shit going on in her life, and Good For You is the way she releases it. Why did they take that away from us? Why did they take that away from Heidi? I don't like that. I'm really upset about that. I was annoyed that they didn't have maps. I'm upset that they don't have Good For You. Fireman, support your local fire departments.
Were you ever actually friends with him?
Turtles All the Way Down. I love that book.
What are you talking about?
You didn't have a cast until September. If the orchard is just an empty promise, all of those people will know that Connor was right. Did I lie to all these people?
Only his family has seen this, okay? You can't show it to anybody else.
Again, I'm not diminishing the musical performance, but her performance in this movie is so freaking good. Little Rue all grown up. All the flowers are dead. She's doing it for good reasons. I understand that, but she should not. It's not her place. It was not her place. Like, she truly felt like she was doing the right thing. She truly felt like she was helping and doing something good, but... Did they not have the budget for other scenery? Like, here we are in the supermarket again. Why are we in the supermarket again? People are so cruel.
Stop reading that.
It's sad because it's true that people are actually like this and would actually say things like that.
Putting him on one program and sticking to it.
Never understood him because he wasn't yours. Mom.
But he was my
So I guess
son.
they were trying to
I
help
tried
him.
everything.
He didn't write it. Connor took it, and then I guess he must have had it with him. I never meant to make it such a mess. Words fail. Words fail. I never had the dad who stuck it out. No mom who just was there. Words fail. There's nothing. And it's right there, right there, right there.
It's about how I feel, like this right here. The transitions, that's what it is. It's the transitions from the normal dialogue into the songs that don't feel right. They just don't work for some reason. And in the musical, he's standing there and they're going in and out of song and dialogue. And he kind of almost mumbles to himself like words fail, like words fail. And then he starts to sing it, but he's still almost mumbling it in a way, words fail. And I loved that line when he was singing it in the musical. I loved it. It's just so emotional. It's almost like when he was saying it, he wasn't singing it to them. He was singing it to himself. Only we could hear it. You know, obviously everybody can hear it, but it made you feel like we were the only ones who could hear it. And in this, it literally looks and sounds like he's singing to them out of nowhere. And it's really weird. It's just really strange. That's what it is. It's certain songs, the transition from dialogue into the song is really cringy, and it makes me really sad because these songs are beautiful. Well, let's see what they do with this, because this is where it cuts, the ending kind of, and they said that there were differences.
They need to know it was me, okay? I'm the one people should hate.
Well, we're not telling anyone. She doesn't want to ruin your life. She said they already lost one son.
This is the part that really killed me, is him bringing them closure and now them having to deal with the aftermath of not only losing Connor, but the lie of his as well.
If I just believe then I don't have to see. Rather pretend I'm
Yep.
something better than these broken parts. Never let them see the worst.
I didn't know that you were hurting.
I didn't fall. I let go.
It was a February day. The house felt so big. Is there another truck coming? We'll take mommy away.
Oh.
I'd come up short a million different ways.
It's gonna get better, I promise.
That one really got me in the musical. Mom stuff always gets me. Really still wish that we got Good For You, because that was a beautiful moment. That was a beautiful song, and I feel like they couldn't take that one out. Just really wish that we had Good For You.
I was never friends with Connor Murphy. I lied. Repeatedly. Connor's family doesn't deserve your hatred.
Okay. Huh. So in the musical, no one ever finds out except for the family. Ready Player One is a great book.
Inside my mind, what felt so far away feels a little closer. Too tall to climb.
I literally was just thinking, and I didn't want to pause because then it spiraled into this new ending, which I'm actually kind of loving. Where the hell has Jared been? Like, where the hell has Jared been? One of the things that I mentioned in the beginning of this that I didn't like was the fight that he had with Jared and how there was no closure for that at the very end. Like, nothing happened. So I think it's really cool that they're spinning it in this direction. And I thank you for bringing Jared back. Where the hell's Jared been? He's not a quiet person. In the musical, he confesses to the Murphys that he was the one that wrote the letter, that he was never friends with Connor. And then the next scene cuts to a scene with Zoe in the apple orchard. None of this happened. And I actually really, really like this.
I think we got it. All right.
So far away feels a little closer.
So he, like, I don't remember them saying anything about recovery in the musical.
As the day what felt so far away today feels a little closer.
Ooh. Okay, I can't stop now. I was really freaking cute. I was saying, like, I wonder, like, I feel stupid. I wonder whose song this is. That's awesome. I love that. They incorporated Connor having his own song. That's really, really sweet. And that was not in the musical, and I love that addition. That was beautiful. So, in this case, there's actually a redemption arc of some sort for Evan, and I really love that. He gets to know Connor. He learns about him. He actually seeks out people who knew him. Again, let me know in the comments. Maybe I missed something in the musical. I don't recall them once ever saying anything about him being in rehab or getting help. So I love that they mentioned that in this. It does show that he was trying, that he did attempt this and was working at it to a certain extent. And I love that they incorporated that song. He truly does do something special and puts in effort to bring closure to the family and happiness to the family in that way, and I love that. And it makes sense as to why they would be willing to meet up, because he sent them that thing.
This is my first time. It's nice.
It's helped them a lot, actually. I wish we could have met now.
Why did you want to meet here?
I wanted to be sure that you saw this. He really loved it here.
Dear Evan Hansen, no matter what else, today at least, you're you. Don't let go. Just hold on and keep going.
closer.
That's gorgeous. If you or someone you know is in emotional distress or suicide crisis, you are not alone. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-TALK, or visit suicidepreventionlifeline.org to connect with a trained crisis worker. Text crisis text line by texting home to 741-741. There you have it. I didn't hate it. I think that everyone's giving it a lot of criticism because it's fun to hate on something when everyone's hating it, and it's easy to do that. And I think that people get revved up when that happens, so it gets them all worked up when really they might not have that strong of an opinion on it, if you know what I mean. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. And to be honest with you, I probably will never watch it again. I love musicals. I love the theater. I love movies that are musicals turned into movies. As I said, I've watched Rent 1,000 times. I've seen Chicago on Broadway. Love the Chicago movie. There's a plethora of musicals that were made into movies that I do really like and enjoy. This is not one of them. I didn't hate it, again, but I didn't love it. And to be honest with you, what upsets me is that when I watched the musical, I thought, wow, I can't wait to see this live. I really want to see this live. I wasn't sure if I was going to see it and be like, cool, I saw it. I don't need to see it live. No, I'm like, I want to see this live. When Broadway comes back and it gets going and it starts up, and if Dear Evan Hansen is there, I want to see it. That was something. That really made me feel something. And the songs are beautiful. Ben Platt's performance was incredible. The emotion that he has behind the song and his performance in the play, unbelievable. And granted, I know that it probably won't be him playing Evan Hansen if I do ever get a chance to see it, but still, it was an amazing musical. This movie did not do it justice, and that's what always troubles me with remakes also. When you remake a really good movie, you better be doing that work justice. If you're going to remake it, or if you're going to take it and make it into a movie, it should be an homage to it. It should be, this just wasn't it. This didn't do it. I think my biggest problem, as I said, was that the transition from normal dialogue into them singing the songs did not feel natural. I mean, maybe I know that I am in very small amount of company when I say this, because this is people's biggest problem, is that he's a 29-year-old man who's playing a high school student, and I get it. He doesn't look great, but he doesn't look that bad. Like, I think everyone's freaking out a little bit too much about that. He does look cheesy. It is a little distracting. It's not that bad. With that said, I do wish, and I think I would have preferred if they toned down the trying to make him look younger thing. Like, if they just had him, it would have been like, he looks too old for this part, but it wouldn't have looked as weird as it does here. It looks weird. It looks weird. But it's really not that bad. I think everyone's freaking out a little bit too much over this. This is also coming from someone who truly enjoyed He's All That. Like, I actually really liked it. I know it was cheesy and stupid, but I really liked it, and I'm not kidding. I've seen it about 10 times since. I haven't sat down and watched it 10 times, but, like, I've had it on the background. I fell on asleep to it. Like, I watched it once with Robbie. Like, I liked it. So, take that as you may, but I did. So, but again, I will never watch this. Do I still want to see the play? Yes. My fear and what upsets me is that I think that people who haven't seen the musical are going to want to see this because they won't ever get a chance to see the musical, or can't afford to, or whatever it may be, and this is going to ruin their experience, and that's what upsets me. I don't know why they took out Good For You. I feel like that was really a disservice to Heidi's character. I don't understand why they took out Anyone Have a Map, because I feel like it would have been a really nice introduction to all of the characters. And I don't understand, in fact, why they took away Break in a Glove. I don't know why they took away disappear or to break in a glove. It's like I know that someone had mentioned in one of their reviews that they wanted, again, I mentioned this at the beginning of the reaction, they wanted to immortalize Ben Platt's performance. They thought he was so amazing. He won a Tony Award. I'm pretty sure this won Musical of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. Why did you not have the other performers in it? Why did you not have the rest of the cast that helped Dear Evan Hansen get to where it got in the movie? If it's like it's almost like insulting. It's not that you want to immortalize Dear Evan Hansen. You want to immortalize Ben Platt, which I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be. He's an amazing performer, but I will say I think his performance in the musical that I saw was a lot better. I'm not saying this one was bad. It was a lot better than what he performed in the movie. I feel like his voice was cracking a lot more. I feel like he was a lot more grumbly, and maybe that's because he was so emotional in this, or maybe they were trying to, again, make the transition from song into normal dialogue more natural, but it didn't do that for me. And I don't know, like, I'm telling you right now, I was watching this at night while Robbie was asleep, and I was folding laundry and doing stuff while I was watching it, and I'm literally standing in the middle of my room crying because of just his voice and the way he's delivering the song and the emotion behind it, and how he's trembling. And I, like, 5, 6, 7 different times I'm sitting there crying. And Robbie just wakes up and he's like, what the hell are you watching? And obviously I cried during this too, but I don't know, there's something about the musical. There's something about the musical that really just hit me. And I don't believe that this should have been a movie adaptation. I do not think that they should have made it into a movie. And having done so, I think that it really would have made a difference if they had Rachel Bay Jones, who played Heidi's mom. Unfortunately, I apologize, she's the only name I know who played Heidi's mom, who played Heidi, Evan's mom. Unfortunately, she's the only name that I know from the musical, because I had found out that she won the Tony and he won the Tony. I don't think anyone else did. But the other performers, Jared, Connor, and Alana, were amazing. They were really, really good. Zoe was great. The dad was great. Why did you not have those people in the movie? It's really strange. It almost feels like it's like a love letter to Ben Platt, and I don't know. I feel like if I was, maybe he had no say in it, but I feel like if I was Ben, I would be like, get those people. Get my people that I performed with, because the chemistry is going to be more natural. It's going to work better. The emotion's going to be stronger. As I said, Rent blew my freaking mind because Joanne and Mimi were the only ones that were different, and the women who played Joanne and Mimi, unfreaking believable. Rosario Dawson played Mimi. I cannot remember the woman's name who played Joanne, but holy cannoli, she was incredible. So I don't understand what happened here. And it makes me sad. I don't understand what happened, and it really upsets me, because again, I feel like it's for the people who are unable to see the musical, that are going to go and see this instead. It's going to ruin their experience. And I'm very, very happy that I got a chance to watch the musical before I saw this movie, because again, I didn't hate it, but I will never watch this again. So with all of that said, we'll wrap this up. I love that they changed the ending. I love that they added to the ending that he did research and trying to find people that really knew Connor, him saying he regrets not getting to know him finding the video of him playing the song and sending it to his family, sending it to Alana, sending it to, the people who need to hear that. It really did help them and brought them peace and happiness. Him reading all the books that he found out were Connor's favorite books, and in doing so, it helped himself and built up his character and confidence. And they showed the closeness between him and Jared, who just disappeared during the second half of the movie, but okay. And I love that they did that. I absolutely love that they did that. And again, I don't know. I think that's all I have to say about it. Wasn't as bad as everyone is saying it was, but I will never watch this again. So, let me know what you think in the comments. Everyone throw a like a bird, just like if you do or do not like what you see, but comment down below. Let me know why. Subscribe if you have not yet. We do fun things here. Ring-a-ling-a-ling, the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon. Follow us on Instagram at star_chef_productions. And that is it. So long, everyone. Try and make someone smile today. You never know when you might need it next. Bye.